Well, hello. I'm back. This time I'm watching and reacting to my quarterfinal match of the Swedish National Championship. This was a very fun game. It was versus one of the best players in Sweden, Jacob Trossing, who is playing Verdance. I know him very well. We are quite good friends, so it's very fun. I like to think I'm quite good friends with everyone that came top 8 this year. Um, like in Sweden, basically all of the top players know each other, so that's very fun. So let's get into the game. Uh, so we got a little bit eager. I think if I remember correctly, I chose to go second. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm pretty sure I chose to go second. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure I chose to go second. Um, because otherwise my tunic would have been one. I actually missed a tunic counter this game. I can already tell that I did that because I remember missing it once. It's just double checking. Oh, I'm gonna mute. But yeah, I mean, you can also see my death stare got really intense today. I wanted to cycle some cards. Then I think I'm like, yeah, we're moving to my turn. Now I'm just looking at setting up, getting my tunic counter ready. I don't want to miss it because I think I missed it earlier in the tournament, and so I didn't want to miss it again. Playing discharge, tunic counter on Voltsar, uh, playing blast for 6, I believe. Um, yeah, like my hand wasn't super good, but it's like my hand was very okay at doing what it wants to do. So yeah. Funny thing to note is also that Jacob played. He has played a lot of or he hasn't actually played a lot of Verdance in the past. He told me that like this was a deck that he picked up, basically, and like again, I think it was a good meta call. Um, but he has played Oscilio before. Then I just want to pitch etchings into just so that I don't IP myself here, because IPing myself this early feels very bad. Um, so what? Okay, so what am I looking to do this game? I am looking at a combo, most of all. I'm definitely looking at a combo game plan because he's starting at 42. I need to somehow get pressure in, so I'm looking at comboing him. How do I get to my combo? Well, I need to see sigils. I haven't seen a sigil yet, so right now I'm just waiting for sigils, and I'm trying to play like these bigger arcane spells, and basically take the game from there, not allowing him to use his cards blocking efficiently, because when he gets to do that, he gets to decompose, and that can put him ahead in the game, which I don't want. So I'm actually looking to play more defensive now, especially when I haven't seen a sigil in like the top 9 cards. Or I think it's top 8 cards actually. Uh, so that's what I'm looking at. uh, so I'm thinking again. I'm telling him this is still the attack step because I don't want to mess my blocks up because it's something that happens with Oscilio otherwise. I filter, and now here I draw a gun in a flash. Now this is not really the draw I want to see, because I don't want to be blocking with gun in a flash here. So I end up taking 6, going to 30. I think that at some point in the game we're probably not caring about stream life totals. Because we are so entrenched, and you're also gonna see me, again, more death staring. You're gonna see me start to death stare him. I, 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 I tell the judge because they were very loud for our match. I think our match was quite anticipated. So I said that like they were very loud and I could hear them in my headphones, which I shouldn't be able to do. So I was like, no, I have to say something about this. And so I did. So that's why I pointed to my headphones. That like I can hear them inside of my headphones. So here's just four. Like it's not that good of an attack. Like it's four with, but I think I had a shock in hand if I remember correctly here. So I think I have a shock in hand, which means that I can pitch a card to keep the CLV, and I think I'm gonna pitch the Gunna Flash to keep the CLV around. But I don't remember exactly what I did there. But I'm like again playing these like not super big turns. Now I just want to like I'm just digging for setup at this point. I just want to find setup for a spell here. That's all I want to do. That's my entire game plan. Is me wanting to find setup for a spell, for a combo. I've already found my gun in a flash. I'm very happy if I can find a spell, if like I can find a combo turn in like next 2-3 turns. I'm gonna be very set up for the game. Now I usually just do this between when my opponent is blocking. I wanna check their graveyard. Right, like I just do this when I have downtime in the game because this means that I'm gonna progress the game. Like I progress the game set of the game faster without having to necessarily be like taking up too much time when I'm looking at it from my decision because then I already know what my opponent can do based on their decisions. He's thinking because he's probably thinking about Blinker, which I do have in hand. Uh, I'm unsure if I like the bark skin block here, but I think it's okay. But I'm unsure if I really like it because it's a very early bark skin block, and he doesn't get the embodiment of Earth. So I'll play Blink, get the gun back into my hand. Yeah, just close the combat chain. Because I did have an etchings here, and so I choose to pitch my gun in a flash here. Which this I'm not sure if it's correct and which if this is correct or not. But I wanted to pitch my gun in a flash here just to get the draw for free. And I don't have a sigil in graveyard. So he is not super incentivized to actually block this. But this essentially just gives me a free arsenal because he's never gonna play Arcane Compliance here. So like if he has it, he's never gonna play it on a 6. That just doesn't happen, right? And I haven't drawn because he blocked with Barkskin. So like I get a block with Barkskin out here, and I have no sigil. So I think he just ends up taking 6, but I could be wrong. He might play the mental block in his hand here. Um, but and like he could play mental block and AB3, but the problem with that is I still get one leaked through and I still draw a card. So I still always get Arsenal. So he's gonna discard mental block. Yep. But from what I remember, I death stared so much this game. Like from what I remember, I death stared like a lot, and I'm gonna draw. It's a current funnel. I'm like okay, like sure. Um, I think having current funnel is like very okay here. Now my hand doesn't do a lot, so I think I just end up blocking a little bit here. I think I just bottom a card, block, and then send Burn Bear, which is something that I'm super okay with doing. Because it means that like he has to convert a 4-card hand, and how does Verdance do that? Like how does Verdance ever convert the 4-card hand when they don't have any other Earth cards in their graveyard, and they can't get when they have like one Earth card in graveyard and they can't get more in without popping Plume. And I also see my first sigil, but I think I end up pitching it to the bottom. Like I'm playing, like I'm looking at this game, and I thought I was like playing really, really well, but I'm not sure at how well I was actually playing. But I think pitching the sigil to the bottom is okay because I've only seen one sigil. This is the first sigil I see, and I'm not in a hurry. this is very important. I am not in a hurry to play here. Right? Like, it's not big for me to play early on. So, like, sending this burn barrier is fine. I don't, like, I'm not thinking that I'm on that much of a clock here. Because is this decomposed once, and he has one Earth card in his graveyard, right? If he had more, that's different. But then I also get the draw here, which admittedly doesn't do a lot. But still, I get the draw. So I'm very happy with how this is going, even if he's still at 41. And him being at 41, kind of bad for me. I'm not gonna lie. That makes it a little bit harder. But you can see, look, you can see me absolutely death staring during the decision points. Like, you can see my eyes go, like, they go down to look at the board. Like, I'm looking straight at the board, and then they go death staring right at Jacob. This is not to try to intimidate, I swear. This is not to try, like, any intimidation things. Uh, I think this is just how I become when I'm, like, super locked in. Especially, like, when I'm that, like, and in my head. And in my own thoughts. I think that's what happens. So he ends up taking 3, goes to 38. I get Lightning Valley trigger. Gonna draw, seeing if I want to cycle it. I do. Unsure if that's correct, but I'm lucky, I guess, right? Like, I'm lucky, I guess. 33. Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah, I think I missed a ping from somewhere. Or I don't know what happened there with the life totals, actually. Then they play CNC, and I'm like, oh, this is annoying because I have a current funnel in Arsenal, right? If I had the Sigil of Lightning out, right, like if I played that instead of the Burn Bear and like discarded it like I did with the Shelter in round 8, I think I'm much more inclined to block 6 here and protect my current funnel. But I don't remember what I did here. I think I had no choice but to let it through. Or no, actually, I don't. I block. Yeah, I think like I think this is fine too. Uh, because here I think oh no, I think I had 2 sigils. Yeah, I had 2 sigils, so I'm just gonna play both sigils out and pass. Yeah, and then it says like wait, so I wait. And again, like, these turns are very fine against Verdance. Like, these turns are very fine. And you can see me again, the death stare. I'm staring again, with my Uppsala Raiders cap on, this one. It's very nice. I got a local, got those, and I think they're very fun. That we got those. But like again, like this is very fine because like what does the Verdance do? Like they can threaten damage here, but what do they really do? They are not really doing a lot on their turns. Like they are IPing most of the time. He does have a Warmongers in hand here. And that's scary, right? Warmongers is a scary card here. Because I have a good setup, I have 2 sigils out with a conductivity. This is very good setup. But still, what does Verdance do here? Like, you can't pitch into Waning Moon. You're never breaking Plume, or like you might be breaking Plume, but probably not, right? Like, what would you, yeah, like you would be breaking Plume for, and then I get like a good draw. I'm like, okay, I can set up on this because I have the current funnel in Arsenal and I'm playing it. And then I can play out 1 Sigil of Brilliance. I can then have my Flash of Brilliance as backup and 1 Sigil of Brilliance left. I think I'm even IPing on this hand. Like, this hand is just really, really good. Because I'm at 32, which means that I can take so much damage. Especially if Jacob just plays Warmongers here. Which he doesn't do. Which is okay. He's thinking if he should pitch the Warmongers instead. I think it's... But like you see, he has to take these weird lines. These very inefficient lines. That don't do a lot, actually. And this is just for 6. He can't even decompose. So I'm thinking here, like, what do I even do here? Because like I'm always pinging him. I might because I'm thinking about like, do I even ping myself to have the conductivity? To have an embodiment of lightning, right? Like I'm thinking of pinging myself here. I'm thinking of blocking 6, pinging myself, playing out a Sigil of Brilliance. But then I realized I can't do that because I have the current funnel. So the current funnel will use the embodiment of lightning, and I'm forced into combo. I'm forced to find the combo. So I say take 6. 26. Yeah, again, I think I'd miscounted my life earlier. That's why I went to 32, which is fine. Um, yeah, I choose to ping him because I want to play my current funnel. He takes 1. Goes to 37. I do this because this makes me actually remember it. Because I'm very bad at remembering it. I play 1 Sigil of Brilliance. And I think I IP here. I think I IP 1 on the Sigil of Brilliance. Wait! Wait, do I... What? Wait, have I forgotten about the current funnel? I think I should be playing the current funnel here. I'm thinking of double brilliancing, but I don't want to do that because if he doesn't send an attack... Okay. This can actually be a very big mistake. Because if he doesn't send an attack, those two are just popping. For nothing, essentially. For just 2 draws. But if he sends an attack, I can Flash of Brilliance and I can have another Sigil of Brilliance in my hand. I think this line is very, very aggressive. Like, this is really, really aggressive, just saying, I'm gonna look for combo, which I don't necessarily have to do. I shouldn't play both of these out right now. I should just play the current funnel out, see how he reacts, then play the second Sigil of Brilliance. Yeah. But you can see both of us are just always there. So, like, I think this line might be a little bit too aggressive for me. But this is a shock amped for 3, 4, 5. So it's a shock coming in for 6. Yeah, but I don't know. I think the double brilliance is very aggressive, but I think I just didn't want to IP on it. I think I didn't want to IP on a Sigil of Brilliance, and that's why I played it like this. Which I think is a fine reason. Um, because again, he's not converting his hand here. But I think it's also very okay to just arsenal a Sigil of Brilliance because I play around stuff like a Plow Under, which he has in hand, right? Like he has a Plow Under in hand, but he also has an arsenal. Uh, so he's gonna like he's even looking at overblocking this, which is very interesting. But he's not gonna do that, I think. But I think he's thinking about it because he wants to cycle through cards, and I'm not coming in with anything. Like my hands are just combo builders essentially. Then I wanna play. Yeah, close the combat chain. Uh, so that's 6. I was very clear with with what I did in the beginning of the game. But the thing is, Plow Under doesn't hit that big here because I have double brilliance, right? Yeah, and then we're just discussing 37. Yeah, because he forgot to take the brilliance ping. Uh, and I think, like, again, this hand is just like, I'm like, okay, I have insulation, I guess, because I drew another etching, so I have insulation against Plow Under, I guess. Um, but like next turn, you're gonna see disgusting things like 100%. So he plays the Plow Under, decompose, Uh, I'm looking. Do I want to respond to it? I think I cycled. No, no. I mean, I don't need to respond to it. Yeah. Bottom my etchings, and this is why I could have arsenal a City of Brilliance instead. I could have played it out and then effectively gotten nothing. I do get my Flash of Brilliance here, but for what is it? For another conductivity. So I discard conductivity, bounce, draw, got the Flash, and I'm like, ah! Like in my head, I'm like going crazy right now. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I wasn't doing that. I'm not really like that, but I was very happy. Uh, but again, I am just so in in the game right now that I am not showing it. Uh, all I can think of right now is just the game, essentially. Waiting for him to respond to my if he wants to respond to my draw. Yeah, 21. It lets me draw. I get another connectivity, I believe. And I'm just, well, let's go off. Gone in a flash. Yeah, go to damage. 33. Tunic Greaves. And I do have a sigil this time, it's fine. Sigil of Lightning. Bounce Gone in a flash. Play the Gone in a flash. And you can see the rest of the top 8 giving us a little bit of an entourage. Yeah, this is a very okay block. Like, I already can't have a CLV, uh, so it takes one. Then I play a conductivity because it's a lightning card, and I want to play as many lightning cards as possible. Wait, did I miscount what, sir? No, I did not. Not yet. But I need again. I need to get better at counting Voltsar in paper. Something that I need to look at. Play sigil. Oh right, yeah, and it says not a lightning card. Thanks. Why did I not? I don't know. This makes no sense. Now it's going to 6. And I think I had a mind warp here if I remember correctly. I distinctly remember it being a mind warp. Just making it a little clearer for him, which is totally fair. This is also like this setup is also really good because I have 2 conductivities. So like if he pings me once, which he can't do because he's not online, but like say he would be online, then he can ping me once. I get Arcane Shelter 1. Then Sigil of Lightning uh, gives me an embodiment for free, so I have automatic setup for next turn. Just insane. Oh yeah, he didn't take anything. And then I play Sigil of Brilliance because I drew all 3 of them. Like, why not? Essentially, I played the Gun in a Flash again, and then I consign because, well, that's what consign gets me. Just want to make it more clear that I had. And then I bounced the Gun in a Flash. I was about to get rid of the sigils as well. Again, here I was over the moon. But now this turn, so I have 2 turns. I have 2 combo turns, but this turn he gets the compliance off the top. And this as well. I heard this from wait. Before that, Tunic. Good. Because this is something that I have forgotten about a lot of the times. So I draw a card, counter. I forget one counter. I tell Ajay he just said, yeah, put it on. Because he had the arcane compliance, so like, it doesn't really matter, right? This, but like immediately drawing a good post combo hand. Free go again. This is, I think it's free. Yeah, it's a yellow one. So here I get 2 more counters on Volsar. It doesn't matter because he has the compliance, but you know. Very easy to forget for me. Because I need to play this deck more in paper. I've played so much on Talishar that I don't really see it. Right? So I need to play this deck more in paper. I cycle a Combat Storm because I'm like, I'm not playing this. I think I draw into another blast, yeah. Because, you know, I don't know, good player, I guess. Like, yeah. And it takes 1. Play the conductivity. Get the embodiment back. And then this is kind of when I realize, or I realize it when I play the spell that like I should have 2 more. Uh, doing quick calcs in my head. But again, you're, I want to see if you could hear it on stream. I want to see if you could hear it on stream when I do it. I'm just thinking from my line. Wow, you guys can hear me speak Swedish. I just want to have a look. I see that he has serve cards. Again, I drew very well this game. I want to state that as well. I drew very well this game. Then I had the flittering, like, and then wait, you can probably hear it because I heard it through the headphones. But you're gonna hear it delayed. And wait, wait, when? Wait for it. Yeah, you can hear it in the background there. Uh, yeah, there you can hear. Like you can see, cause I did the head turn. Yeah, but again, great guy, great guy. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah, it's just a very very good find there. Like, I think if he doesn't have it, I mean, he's basically just dead on spot, right? Like, yeah, I think he's at free. Uh, but like again, like I keep on drawing hands that play, so I keep on playing them. Here I don't have a spell. Like here, this is just 8 go again for nothing, and I think I even Oscilio here, or I just I just lightning press for damage because why Oscilio here? Like I'm like sure for 11. He plays. I'm like nice. Um, but yeah, like this is essentially how a game can look if you're drawing like very good setup hands, because that's what like this is what I had in the game. I had very very good setup hands. I could set up a combo turn very nicely and very easily. And because I found it so early, it got very hard for Jacob to slow me down or get back in the game. Like he even played Plow Under. He played, yeah, he played 1 Plow Under. And that's all he had time to do, because what ended up happening now is I got so far ahead. right? My I got just really, really far ahead in the game from this point that it didn't really matter. And here I know that I can finish off with a big spell. And you can see I see another Sigil of Brilliance. Like, what? Like, I'm not even through like half the deck. And I see another Sigil of Brilliance. This is just insane. But again, this comes from me getting a good combo setup and Jacob not really getting a way into the game. Right? Like, he didn't really get footing in the game. So he can't really do a lot here. Right? Like, he's in a very, very bad position. And that's just because my deck said yes. Because when I'm not attacking him, he doesn't get the chance to interact with me as much as he wants to. Because Verdance and Florian both need you to attack into them first. When you attack into them first, they can then set up their game plan. Because they need Earth cards in their graveyard, and the real way they get that is by you blocking, right? Right? Like, that is by you blocking. So, like, this is the way that you need to think about that matchup. Is is like when you're having a small off turn, that's fine. Your small off turns are incredibly okay into this matchup. Takes one, and now I just want to play an instant, and it's a blink as well. So I think I even bounced the conductive. Yeah, because I have another attack? No, I didn't. I thought I could play the Comet Storm here, but I can't because I'm under war. So I'm like, oh, right. And then I just wait. Did I just pass? No. I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, and I'm like, I've still amped with Voltsar, but I just played the Comet Storm. I've just played this. It's gonna come in for 5. Also, very good sportsmanship from Jacob to let me take that back and not be like, oh no, you're forced into playing the shock. Because I said that I played the Comet Storm, right? Very good. Uh, so this is kind of how this matchup can go, unless the Verdance gets like a good tempo in the game. Um, Here, I don't have any setup here, so but I do have a flittering charge and flittering charge, and then I draw a current funnel. Like the game just says, "Hello, we want you to win this turn, so you're allowed to do that." It's essentially what it said to me. Like I got very, very good draws this game. I got like there is no way I can deny that even. But the way I played it was very patiently. I didn't try to go like my most aggressive line was playing the double brilliance. And even that's very okay. I could maybe have IP'd on an etchings instead. But I didn't want to do that because it was so early on in the game. So I know I can play off of one brilliance still. Even though playing off of double brilliance is pretty good. So I wanted to play off of one brilliance, and I got rewarded for it by Jacob attacking me. If Jacob doesn't attack me, it's a little bit worse because 2 brilliances pop for nothing. So I get rewarded for him attacking me. Then I want to play current funnel to go again. And again, Jacob is a lot more like you can also see that he's a lot more used to being on stream than I am, of course, because you can see he is mostly changing the life totals. But as with the round 8 game, I I changed them more this game, but I barely looked at it in when I'm thinking about it consciously. Like this is not what I thought about during the game. I only thought about the game. So I need to play more on stream, obviously. But like again, like my hands just lined up. This current funnel is just coming in for 2-go again. It allows me to do so much shit. And then I get this, and then I can just Comet Storm for like a billion, and he's just fucked. Right? Like he knows I have the Comet Storm here. He can't kill me. Uh, and you can see my emotions immediately when he says that. Like I was because okay, this was the first time I'd gotten out of top 8. Like or like gotten through the quarters in a top 8 setting. I have top 8'd 3 nationals in a row now, or top 4 once, and yeah, I've never gotten out of top 8. Like not in PQs, RTNs, or ever really. So I was just so happy, and yeah, Jacob was a great sport here. Like he's just an amazing guy. Uh, yeah. So I mean that was the game. Like I was so overwhelmed with emotions when I won that game. To win the game, especially against like one of the best and nicest people in the like Swedish flesh and blood community, uh, felt like amazing because Jacob really is the best when it comes to this stuff. Like he's one of the best players in the world even, and to have him as my friend and to compete with him and to compete against him is insanely fun and it's insanely rewarding. Like I don't think I would be where I was without any of these guys to be honest, but especially Jacob because I remember um, the first year that I started playing, or like when I started playing competitively, it was 2023, and I remember coming into Nats not knowing anyone, but I got top 8, and I remember I was out first round in top 8. It was a bad matchup. It was versus Stromae, right? But then I remember I stayed and watched the finals because my train back was quite late. So I stayed back and watched the finals. And then after the finals that Joakim Gustafsson won versus Jacob, I went in and I said like, well played to Jacob. And that was like the first very short interaction that we had. Because then like we're actually moving forward a bit. I don't remember if it was me or him. I think it was me. And I just wanted someone to watch PTLA with. And so I asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll watch PTLA with you." And so we sat there and we watched PTLA. And I don't know. I think he must have like respected me as a player from that point on or something. I don't know. But we sat there and watched PTLA, and we we just sat there, watched, and talked shit about the game, and it was really fun. It's one of like my biggest flesh and blood, one of my greatest flesh and blood memories because this was like the first time that I had felt really included because I didn't really know anyone in the community apart from like my local community in Gothenburg at that point. So getting to talk with him there and then us playing the same deck for Calling Warsaw felt very good, even though I didn't do well at Calling Warsaw. He obviously came top 8, right? Like he's such an amazing player, such an amazing guy. Um, and then I remember that we practiced a lot for Nats. So we both dropped Hatch's story as soon as MST dropped because we were like, we're not gonna be able to beat Enigma. That matchup is not gonna be playable. And we were correct. I think we tried it like once, and just said, no, this is unplayable. Just drop it. And so he went to Zen, and I went back to my old comfort pick, Dash IE, sadly LL now. I actually feel very sad about that. But continue on with the story. Uh, I don't even remember how many practice games we had, but we had like a lot of practice sessions where we just played Zen versus Dash IE so much, and we were like discussing tech in the matchup and stuff like that. So I think we saw someone play Tearing Shuko, and I was like, yeah, no, I think that's a very good adaptation for the Dash matchup. Because the usual way that Zen used to lose a Dash, i.e., was that you would get like double T-boned twice, so like you would get double T-bone turn 0 and then double T-bone again. And then you just can't do anything because all of your equipment is gone. Right? So then you have a very hard time in the game. But Tearing Shuko allows you to insulate your either your Kazaya, which you're probably not insulating, or your Traverse. And so I told him like, yeah, I think you should be playing it. I think it's a very good take. I don't know how many dashes there will be, but I think it's a good enough take to know that like you have it against some players if you're already not having an 80, right? Like not having a clean 80. And so he did, and then I get to top 8 again. He gets top 8 again. He's top seed. I'm bottom seed. Um, and he sent me to the Shadow Realm. But again, he was such a good sport about it, and it was just like such a good experience to play with him. And to play against him is just such a good experience because he's just like such a good sport at all times. He's just like a great guy. So I am very happy that my first top 8 win was against him because he's probably the best player in Sweden, and he's also one of my best friends in the Flesh and Blood space. So Jacob, if you're ever seeing this, uh, thank you. Our friendship means a lot to me. Like for everything you've done, thank you for letting me stay at yours during Battle Hard in Stockholm, and I did the same for you for PQ in Gothenburg, right? Like, thank you for that. It means a lot. Yeah, I'm out. I've already talked for too long. It's already 42 minutes. Hiya. I gotta stop yapping. I do this a lot. I have noticed. I'm a, I'm yapping a lot, so I gotta stop that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you think that I should do more of this type of content, if I should be reacting more. Again, maybe I react more to the older matches that I have, maybe the newer, if when there will be any. And we'll see. Maybe some Talishar content as well if I feel up to it. And yeah, we'll see where it takes me. We'll see where it goes. Again, I've been Robot with Fab. I just want to improve. I want you guys to improve. I just hit 10 subscribers. That feels pretty good. But yeah, I just want us to improve together. Uh, yeah, thank you.